Practice this week?
Skating could be available this weekend, yeah. So.
Okay. Everyone else?
Yep.
Healthy, ready to go?
Well, I won't say healthy, but
Healthy, but
healthier.
the glorious flu season. Scott, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago or whatever, last time I guess we talked, we were kind of talking about the team improving defensively. I'm wondering what you saw against Denver and how do you feel they're kind of improving and they're, as a group, not just talking about the defensemen, but as a group of
Well, yeah, I mean, it helps when you get good goaltending. I mean, obviously Napper's played really well for us, so that's helped. I think I thought pretty good against Denver. I thought they're a dangerous team off the rush, which I thought they got a lot of their opportunities off of, but I thought in the zone, even the night they had 45 shots, it didn't feel like sometimes when we played them. They're a good team, they're going to get opportunities, but so it was a good challenge, and I thought Saturday too, I thought both teams played really well, and it was a typical Denver-Duluth game, right, 2-1, and I thought they clamped down in the third period, but just couldn't find the equalizer. But overall, better. It's getting there. It certainly helps when your goalie's playing the way he's played.
Is it just he's making the saves, or do you think he's kind of giving those guys some confidence out there as well?
Well, yeah, I mean, absolutely. When you have a goalie that, when there's breakdowns and he comes up with big saves, you don't want that to be a pattern, but, he's done that for us, and certainly it gives you confidence, 100%, right? You play with a little more of that less cautiousness, I guess, but we still can be better. We still got to win more battles, be a little tougher around the net, and I just think too, just getting pucks out, just being more connected on our exits is going to be important moving forward.
Omaha, what stands out to you? Them they made a good run.
Yeah, I mean, good goaltending, older team. They picked up some transfers. I think they've got 8 or 9 guys that, they're certainly one of the older teams we're going to play. Got on a roll. Obviously, I think Saturday was an anomaly. It happens, and we're just games you have that. So they'll be ready. Can't take away, they started the year obviously slow and stuck with it and got on a roll and put themselves in a position to, be at the top of the league. So always a tough trip, always a tough team to beat in their building. They play hard. They got some heaviness to their game. And like I said, they've got an older team that seems to be really gelling right now. I'm not worried about the last game. But Lacozzi's good, he's won a lot of games for them, right? And that's why goaltending is important.
So women are dealing with a shortage of defenders this weekend. A couple of players at Olympic trials are down to 5. And it made me think about one player that we were back on the advantage penalty. And made me think about the Dartmouth tournament a few years ago with Sammy Spurl at the championship game. What was that conversation like, trying to figure out who you're going to put back there if you've got to put somebody back there, because you knew you were going to be short that night?
Well, we had backward skating contest first to see who could skate backwards. No, Sammy had played it before, right? So we kind of knew that. There's a couple guys that have always started there and either moved to forward or vice versa. So, and he was kind of that team guy. He didn't care, just play me, and again, knowing it's not going to be probably a long-term thing, I think he focused on what he needed to do and gave us some really good shifts. He was a smart hockey player, number one, so that helps, right? Played in the middle of the rink, so yeah, it happens. I mean, there's some guys that are definitely afraid of playing there, and I wouldn't put some guys back there, but trusted Sammy, and like I said, knowing that he had played a little bit before. And his brains, it wasn't a hard decision.
Who among this group would you be comfortable putting back there?
Who right now? Oh, yeah. Boy. I don't want to get to that point right now. So.
You say not very comfortable?
No, I haven't really paid attention, especially,
Okay.
I probably would have if we were sitting at 7D like last year, right? That was always, even last year would have been a problem because we didn't have enough forwards either, right? Because we were banged up, but there's some guys that can do it. But we don't need to get there. We'll play with 5.
Chopper told me I'd ask you this, that Omaha had a 16-round shootout on Friday. So I was joking with, in a different world, Matt and I were talking about this too, that, make the staff go out there and after the players are all done, after 18 skaters are through, who's the first one on the staff you put out there for a shootout after you got to do it?
Probably Krause. Chopper's been pretty good though. They both have won the showdowns. So
He told me he wasn't going to make that call. He was leaving up to you. So smart guy.
probably my first instinct I said Krause, but given that I've looked at the showdowns, Chopper probably has got a little bit of an edge this year. He's been in the finals more. So
That's what the ringside reporters out there too.
you can come out.
I come out. Do you trust me?
Yeah. Guys would love it. Try it.
Yeah, Coach, I do want to ask if you guys having that kind of like bye week in the middle of coming off of Denver, when you have a situation like that and such a big week, and what are the mindset, the things that you want to accomplish in an off week besides the first game council?
Well, that was the first one, right? We had some guys banged up. We had some guys sick. We've had the flu go through or whatever that bug is. We still got guys dealing with it. Thank God it hasn't been long term. But yeah, I've done this a long time, and I always thought bye weeks were great opportunities to really, really work on things. But it's amazing the guys are, when there's not a game to play, their mindset isn't where it normally is. So, we gave them a couple days off. And just try and keep them in shape and puck touches and not really working on too many things specifically, right? To compete and just conditioning and just making sure we're kind of keeping our legs. Saturday they went outside. It was great. I thought it was good for them to just have another just unstructured day. It's the last weekend before you're actually done, right? That they have really off, because we have 5 weekends in playoffs, and you either keep playing or you don't. So I think they enjoyed it. So they had a little team thing there, and weather cooperated. Snow came later, so that was good. But they were probably out there for an hour and a half, and so that was good. It kind of just I think it was a good way to to finish off the week, and obviously we've had a couple good days of practice, so we'll see how we do here. And then we're getting on the bus, so nothing super major. A lot of it's just the mental break too, and the physical break, and it was really getting guys feeling better, and because we had guys missing every day, 1 or 2 guys every day. Some were injuries, some were sick. So I was hoping it took its course running through the whole team on the bye week. So.
Aaron, you've had a good run offensively, producing points from the blue line this year. What do you feel?
Yeah, I think just lately as a team, we've kind of just been getting to the net better, so it's been easy for me to kind of honestly just get the puck to net, and good things have been happening for our forwards, so that's kind of my job, just get it past that first layer and get it down to the net. It's been working so far, so try to keep doing it.
Defensively, maybe a little bit of a rough start, but things it's probably the whole team. Defensively, things were a rough start. You've all gotten better. What do you think, especially since Christmas, is working on you guys and improving your game defensively?
Yeah, for sure. I think coaches talked a lot about communication, and we've really harped on that lately, and it's been working a lot better for us. And I think the whole team's just been getting a lot better at that. It's just talking everything out in the D zone. It just helps everything, and so it's worked so far in the second half, and so just try to keep that going and keep everything going there.
Better communication, is that because a lot of you guys are more familiar with each other than maybe at the start of the year?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely helps out. Just get to know the guys more, and that, and just like also knowing where guys are going to be. You kind of know how a guy's going to play in the defensive zone, so you know like where he's going to be. You can kind of anticipate those type of things, and so that helps as well. Just not as communication, but you kind of just know how your teammates are going to play as well, and so that helps as well.
Besides communication, what are some things you're kind of focusing on to be a better defensive?
Yeah, for sure. I think kind of just getting more physical in the play down low. Kind of as like a smaller defenseman back there, just try to do everything I can to not let people get to the net front and try to kill plays in the corner before they get to the net or behind the net. And so that's something we've talked about a lot and have focused on. So just try to keep doing that and be as physical as I can.
Still feel you're kind of learning the position, or is that an ongoing thing for you?
Yeah, for a little bit. I mean, I feel like I'm going to learn the position my whole career. It's something you're going to learn tips and tricks the whole time you're playing. So, yeah, definitely getting more comfortable with it. But I think now I feel like I'm pretty comfortable and understand the position enough to where now I can kind of implement all these things and kind of work everything out.
Better defensive for you or Neil?
Definitely Neil, yeah. I hope I got him on the offensive side of it, so he'll take the defensive side of it. But, yeah.
Aaron, you've been a big part of the power play all year. You guys get 17 to our power play goal, and we're on the midpoint of the year. You've been at about 25-ish% since then. How much has the continuity through the week helped you guys with the improvements you made in power play?
Yeah, I think, I mean, power play is a hard thing. You only get so many, and then sometimes when it's going, you stop getting the power plays, and so it's just a big ebbs and flow type thing where you'd like to keep it going the whole time, but I think the more comfortable we've gotten, the I guess more consistent units we've had as well. When you get a couple of guys, when you get our 5 guys together for 4 or 5 weekends in a row, it really helps. Kind of then you just fully understand. You can trust people are going to make the right plays when they make them. And so we've been doing that. Our unit's been together now for, I think we've had 1 switch in the last 4 weeks, and so that helps a lot. And I mean, you can see the stats they're going up, which is helping a lot, and which is making a lot more fun to get out there for the power play.
At the same time, the has been really good here for about a 6-week stretch. What's been the difference there? It feels too easy to say that the consistency you have with play and goal is a big difference. But what's helping structurally for you guys?
Yeah, for sure. I think one thing that Krause has really harped on is that we just got to treat even the first penalty kill of the game as its last 10 seconds of the game. It's that dire need to keep the puck out of your zone, keep the puck out of your net, and so I think that's helped those guys a lot in the penalty kills. Just treat those like it's the third period in the national championship game where you're just everything's on the line at that time, even if it's the first period, second period, whatever it is, it's just that dire need to keep it out of your zone.
How's having Max on your power play kind of change?
Yeah, it's helped a lot. It's really fun watching Max and Zam go to work out there. They just kind of know that's just their game. They understand it really well, and I'm sure Derek put that into their brains as a kid, and they've watched power plays their entire life, and so they know what they like to do. And it's funny, we don't talk a whole lot about plays. They kind of just do them. It kind of just works out, and so it's really fun watching them just kind of go with it.
You played forward, you went to D. The head coach would say that who on this team, if you guys were short on defensemen, like the women are this weekend, who on this team would be the best candidate to go forward and beat a pinch?
Probably Carter Loney would be one of my favorites. He's a solid defensive forward. That's a good question. I'd probably say Carter. Yeah, I'd trust him back there.
Max and Zach in general, like they kind of do their own thing. They're kind of, I don't want to say in their own world, but they just know each other.
Yeah.
How do the rest of you guys like play off of that and integrate yourselves into that so you're still in sync with what those two are doing?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's kind of just that kind of hockey mindset. I think we kind of think the game the same way as those two. They have that brotherly connection where it's kind of just natural instinct, and so I think the rest of us kind of just have that mindset of like we're thinking the same things. It's just they just know it's going to happen. So I think it's really just instinct where like we know it's probably going to happen. So we're kind of reading off. And like I said too, I mean, the more comfortable we get out there with us five these last couple weekends, it's kind of like we're getting the same connection as those who have always had. And so it's been really cool to watch from the top. Honestly, I watched those four go to work down there. So yeah, it's kind of just that comfortableness of watching and just knowing what we're going to do out there together.
As a group, what did you guys feel like you were able to accomplish ahead of the next
Yeah, for sure. I think this was kind of like that norovirus, whatever was going around. So, I mean, we had some of that go around. So it was good just to get some of the guys off their skates for a couple of days when they needed it. Get that extra day of rest as well. It's just so big, especially this type of the year. 5 weekends left in regular season. So it's getting to that last rest period before this last push here for the playoffs. So it was really good to just get a little rest period, but then also start of this week and end of last week as well. We got some good work into where we're getting that mindset going into Omaha. We know it's going to be a hard battle. They're a big, heavy team, and so we had that mindset to get to work on Friday and Monday and Tuesday this week.
What did you guys learn from your past experiences of playing Nebraska Omaha?
Yeah, like I said, they're a big, heavy team. That's just how they've been. That's how they form their team around. They're just going to be out there. They're going to be ready to go in the first 5 minutes to hit and play defensively sound. And so that's one thing that I've always that I learned last year, that playing them, it's a tough challenge, but I think that we kind of have that same mindset, but we also have that offensive mindset to where we're going to put the puck in the back of that as well. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we had a lot of family down there, so we got a big group going tomorrow or Friday. So it'll be a really fun weekend for me. Yeah. No, he's now he's working for US Foods, so he's selling foods and stuff like that around the area, and so he's also does a little private chef work on the side as well. So he's still in the mix down there. Yeah. No, I asked my mom and she wouldn't break, so I don't know. I'm still gonna go with her, but I don't know. Yeah, I'd put it on her. Yeah.
Your teammates were enjoying that.
Yeah, I mean, I know it. I wouldn't put it past someone to just walk by and say it. Yeah. 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 Thank you.